In Boruto Two Blue Vortex Chapter 20, Sarada awakened her Mangekyou Sharingan for the first time in the timeskip. After initially awakening it at the end of Part 1 from the Omnipotence event, she hasn't used her Mangekyou Sharingan at all despite being in the face of many battles, such as with the Claw Grimes, Code, Hidari, and now against Ryu. So far in Two Blue Vortex, many characters have displayed their increase in powers since the start of the 3-year timeskip, such as with Boruto, Kawaki, Himawari, and with Team 10. But when it comes to Sarada, though she has become stronger, the biggest question about her was if she trained her Mangekyou Sharingan at all since awakening it back in Part 1. The answer was revealed in the latest chapter when Yodo sensed that Sarada had a power in her that made her incredibly strong, but realized that she wasn't using it and was holding herself back. She says that Sarada was deluding herself subconsciously and has no idea why she's been restraining herself the entire time. In today's video, I want to discuss more about Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan and the new ability she revealed in the latest chapter. I also want to talk about what that could lead to in the upcoming battle against the Shinju and what other abilities she could have in her Mangekyou Sharingan. Overcoming a mental nerf has put Sarada in the back burner of the power hierarchy despite clearly getting stronger post timeskip, with her having the ability to fight Hidari alongside Boruto as well as her developing her jutsu. Her strength has increased, but by not embracing her Mangekyou Sharingan ability, she was effectively making herself look weak. When she awakened her MS against Ryu, Sarada created a black hole where she evaporated Ryu's iron sand out of thin air. In the context of this fight, it seems like she had gained the upper edge in this battle since a majority of Ryu's jutsus are created by the iron sand, and with Sarada having the ability to warp chakra into a literal black hole, there may not be much Ryu can do about it if he doesn't have any alternative jutsus that can bypass this black hole. The biggest question I have is how strong exactly is this black hole and how much chakra and jutsus can it siphon out of thin air? We've seen other characters have their own unique jutsu similar to this from their own dojutsu, such as with Ishiki and Kawaki, where they have utilized Sukuna Hikona and Dakukoden, where they can shrink and enlarge objects into a pocket dimension. Sarada's ability is different as she has the ability to gather jutsu and warp it away into a black hole, as Mitsuki describes it as being sucked in. Depending how powerful this black hole could be, she may have the ability to counter jutsus like Sukuna Hikona, where Kawaki can summon black rods, or potentially even warp away people themselves, such as the Shinju. The current goal of their mission is to kill the Shinju, and with this objective being made clear a few chapters ago, Sarada will do whatever it takes to kill Ryu and help out Konohamaru, who seems to have failed to kill Matsuri. We will have to see more of its extent as the warping of the Iron Sand was so surprising to Mitsuki since the good guys knew they had no counter to it and were able to alleviate the Iron Sand restraints very quickly. Although Sarada has shown to have the black hole ability with their MS awakening, MS users are known to have two distinct abilities once they have control over their eyes. Uchiha members like Sasuke, Itachi, and Obito, and even Kakashi to a certain extent, have two different abilities in their Mangekyou Sharingan, one unique ability per eye. Sasuke had Amaterasu in his left eye, with Kagatsuchi, which is flame control, with his right eye. Itachi's left eye can use Tsukuyomi, while his right eye can use Amaterasu. Both of Obito's eyes had Kamui, with one of them being nearsighted and the other eye being farsighted, which was shared with Kakashi, before Kakashi had temporary access with the dual Mangekyou Sharingan. If Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingans follow similar guidelines, she will have a second ability for her other eye, which we will have to see in the upcoming chapters within the story. I do imagine her second ability will be in congruence with the black hole ability that she initially displayed in the latest chapter. And I did ask some of you guys in the Discord on what is the other MS ability Sarada could have, and I did get some answers I do want to share with you. Her second MS ability could allow Sarada to use the chakra that was sucked in from the Iron Sand and will let her use abilities she absorbs, like the Iron Sand in this instance, or have a higher chakra pool since the chakra from the jutsu is effectively warped from its current plane. Another potential ability that could arise from a Mangekyo could be a genjutsu that could temporarily alter the current world, which is something similar to Izanagi, outside of losing the eye of course. In my opinion, genjutsu has become a lost concept within Boruto, and I would love for Sarada to have a genjutsu specific jutsu. However, the question is, could it be effective against the Shinju like Ryu in this battle? Outside of the infinite Tsukuyomi, Genshinzu has kind of lost its value due to the overall strength of the current characters, as well as the Otsutskis becoming effectively immune to all sorts of genjutsu. With how powerful the Shinju are in the story, I doubt this would change, meaning that if she were to have a genjutsu that would come from her other Mangekyo, it would have to be strong enough to disrupt the chakra of Ryu and be able to manipulate his nervous systems, which just may not be possible at all. But I would love to see this though, because it provides more variety in the battle techniques in Boruto, since it has become somewhat of a forgotten concept. Another possible ability that could be given to her other eye is a healing/medical technique. With the ability to suck in jutsus via a black hole, what if Sarada has the ability to heal via the chakra that was absorbed into the black hole? Yodo was impaled by Ryu before Sarada activated her Mangekyou Sharingan, meaning that she is on the cusp of dying. However, knowing how most characters are in the story, I do expect her to be saved, and that could be used via a healing technique. There are no medical ninja in the battlefield currently, and with them being in the middle of the Land of Wind, it would make the most sense for Sarada to provide healing for Yodo, or else she would die in this scenario. I wouldn't guarantee it though, because it is just my prediction after all, but Ikimoto and Kishimoto could pull a fast one and just let Yodo die instead, because she is just a side character that has only been utilized in this arc. Killing her off would be interesting, since it would show you that Kishimoto is ready to kill off some of the new gen characters in Two Blue Vortex, which would add more dread when in these battles. It is a shonen after all, so sometimes these characters tend to get saved, such as with Inojin back in chapter 10, when Himawari awakened the Nine Tails chakra, but in the scenario that Yodo does get healed, I'd imagine it would have to be with her other Mangekyo ability. Another way of healing Yodo would be Sarada using medical ninjutsu, if that's something she actually learned during the time skip, since Sakura is her mom and is the best medical ninja in the village. But when it comes to Sarada's Mangekyo ability in her other eye, whatever it is, I'm really hoping it isn't Amaterasu or another recycled Uchiha jutsu, because that would be boring of course. Also, let's not forget, Sarada would also gain the Susanoo, since all dual Mangekyo users would usually have this ability to use the Susanoo avatar. Every Susanoo user has a unique color, with Sasuke's being purple, Itachi's being red, Madara's being dark blue, and Kakashi's being light blue as well. Whenever she awakens her Susanoo, she'd probably have a unique color like pink, black, or white for example. Let me know what color do you think Sarada's Susanoo will be. Now, the obvious weakness Sarada will have is the usage of her Mangekyou Sharingan. We know that Mangekyo users become blind over time due to the overuse of MS, which can vary from each user depending on their chakra reserves. We've already seen Uchiha members become blind or lose vision, like Sasuke, Itachi, and Madara, where some of these guys needed to transplant other Mangekyo eyes from their family members to awaken the eternal Mangekyou Sharingan. Sarada, after using the Mangekyo in this battle, or after a couple of times, will definitely start to feel the after effects of the MS, where her eyes will become strained. Take Sasuke for example, who continued to spam his MS after awakening it back in Shippuden, which led to losing his vision before taking Itachi's eyes. Sarada may have to do this with either transplanting Sasuke's eyes or taking some of the Shin clone's eyes. This may be the only way she could avoid the blindness of the overuse for the Mangekyo. However, Kishimoto may introduce something unique for Sarada's case, where it could bypass this. She awakened her Sharingan out of the feeling of love, which was consistent with her Mangekyo awakening with her feelings for Boruto. She is the most unique Uchiha when it comes to her Sharingan, because she's the first to awaken her Sharingan out of love, and doesn't follow the Uchiha cycle of hatred, but instead it embraces the will of fire. This could create a rift on how her Mangekyo could affect her vision if the writers go that route. Another way to avoid blindness is a model potentially modifying her eyes so she doesn't go blind. But I'm not sure if Sarada would willingly give up her body to a model, since she represents the will of fire and much rather gain strength with her own hard work and determination. So let me know what you guys feel about Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan in the comment section below. Do you like her black hole ability where she can warp jutsus out of thin air? And tell me, what do you think is the other ability that she has awakened in her second Mangekyo eye? So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.